Good afternoon. Since the launch of Operation Riding Lion, Israel has worked with clarity and purpose to remove a double existential threat, both the nuclear threat and the threat of the Iranian regime's ballistic missile capabilities. The IDF achieved complete air superiority over Iran, struck a severe blow to Iran's military leadership, and dismantled dozens of the regime's key strategic sites. Our forces acted with precision, resolve, and restraint. These threats no longer hang over the people of Israel as they did just a few days ago. In full coordination with President Trump, Israel has agreed to a ceasefire. We thank the United States for its support and for its critical role in helping remove the Iranian nuclear threat. Last night, 4 innocent civilians were murdered in Beersheba by Iran. Their tragic deaths are a reminder of the evil we faced. My friends, Israel is a peaceful nation. We pray for peace 3 times a day, but let no one mistake our desire for peace as a weakness. Any violation of the ceasefire and any threat against our people will be met with a forceful response. We have demonstrated that we can and will act to defend our people against any threat. We will do so with overwhelming strength and moral clarity. We have seen the seismic impact of the Abraham Accords. Today, I have no doubt that the leadership Israel displayed in recent days will enable more countries to join the path of normalization. Israel has proven that it can confront the most serious threats in the region and that we will never hesitate to defend our future. Thank you.
Ambassador, 2 questions shoot with China Central Television. First, a U.S. congressman today sent a letter to nominate President Trump Nobel Peace Prize. What is your opinion? And secondly, many leaders talking about another ceasefire, which is Gaza ceasefire. Do you think it's a good time now to talk about Gaza ceasefire? Thank you.
Well, first, I think that President Trump deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. I think we should thank him for his leadership, for the brave decision he took, and to recognize the effort of the United States. Regarding your second question, yes, we hope to see a ceasefire also in Gaza. There is a proposal on the table that Ambassador Witkoff put forward, and we hope to renew the negotiations on that proposal.
Mr. Ambassador, can you tell us what the follow-up to this ceasefire announcement is going to be? Are there going to be diplomatic talks between Iran and Israel? Is this something that Israel would like to see? The Iranians have already indicated that they want to see talks.
Well, it is after every military operation or conflict, you have the diplomatic efforts. And I'm sure it will be the case also in this scenario. Because diplomacy failed, we had to act, and the US had to act. So I think, yes, we will have to speak and negotiate and make sure that we will not repeat and get to a situation where we were 12 days ago when we had a major threat in the Middle East.
How do you see those starting?
Well, it's too early. It's too early. You know, we just announced about the ceasefire today, but I believe it will happen soon.
Ambassador, you're talking about...
Thank you so much, Lenka White, RIA Novosti. Would you support the Security Council having a resolution on the ceasefire between Israel and Iran? And would you maybe discuss it with your Iranian counterpart in person?
So I don't have any communication with the Iranian representative at the UN. I don't think that we need a Security Council resolution. The parties accepted the proposal of President Trump. But maybe in the future, there will be a place for involvement of a UN organization.
Ambassador,
Ambassador, Iran said that it moved most of its highly enriched uranium before the strike before now. Does Israel know where it is? And President Trump said the program is being obliterated. Does Israel agree with that? What's your assessment?
Well, I think it's still early to assess all the strikes. We know we were able to push back the program. We were able to remove the imminent threat that we had. And Prime Minister Netanyahu spoke about the uranium you mentioned, that we think we have a knowledge about it, but we cannot go into details about it.
But talking about the expansion of Abraham Accord, are you referring to certain countries, like in particular in the region? What countries you're talking about?
Well, I'm very optimistic. I think we should not name names. We should talk with our neighbors. I think they saw our capabilities, our intentions, and I think now it's time to build bridges and partnerships in the region. You know, we are very proud of the relationship we have with the Abrahamic countries like the UAE, Bahrain, Morocco, for sure the treaties we have with Egypt and Jordan, and I believe we will see more countries joining this path of peace.
Ambassador, the Iranian leadership, including the President Masoud Pezeshkian, are announcing this conflict as a victory for the Islamic Republic of Iran. What does Israel and you personally think about they are announcing this as a victory for the Islamic Republic?
Well, I think the last thing that they can do is call it a victory. You know, maybe they want to show face to their people, but I think the Iranian people are smarter. They realize that, you know, what the regime did over the years was bad for Iran, and that both Israel and the US had and have the capabilities to push back the evil regime when they do those kind of things. Thank you very much.
What's your position on the renewal of UNIFIL? It will be discussed next month.
So we still have time for that. It will be discussed only in beginning of August, I believe. So we will speak with the commanders and with the partners about it. Thank you.